Hey, John Dugan from MrDugan.net. I'm just putting together some videos that might give you a sense of what it would be like to take my course in the fall on the SSAT or the HSPT. So what I have here is some SSAT synonyms. Synonyms. So when you take the SSAT, you're going to have the first thing in the verbal. You're going to have you're going to have 1 through 30. There's going to be 30 of these synonyms. They're going to give you a word all in caps, chili, and they're going to give you 5 potential answers. Okay. So the first strategy that I teach is just to think of it yourself. Like, don't even look at the answer choices. What does chili mean to you? Well, chili means cold. Boom, that's the answer, right? That's an easy one. Okay, collaborate. When you collaborate, I might be able to think of this one. I work to collaborate. To collaborate is to work together. All right, and then, wow, that's the answer. Ailment. All right, now, let's just say I can't really think of a definition. I just couldn't come up with a definition in my head. Then the next best thing to do is maybe put it in a short sentence. He suffers from a strange ailment, or he suffers from a serious ailment. And then, not that you wouldn't have to write this out, but he suffers from an blank, or an blank, and ailment is an illness. So quickly in your head, put it in a sentence. All right, now 3 is a good one, because one of the things we're going to talk a lot about is the idea of an attractor, right? So a memento. You might think of, like, you visited Disney World and you got a little memento. Or you visited, like, even like the Alamo or something. It doesn't mean you got a badge. Does that make sense? That badge is sort of an attractor. Okay? That's an attractor. What do I mean by an attractor? An answer that kind of goes along with or could be similar to, right? Or an example of, right? An example of a memento might be a badge. Like if you visited Alcatraz Island, near San Francisco, or, you might get a little badge that says Alcatraz prison guard. But that doesn't mean that it's a synonym, okay? For it to be a synonym, it has to truly be like what I say is plug and play. You have to plug it into the sentence. He suffers from a strange ailment. He suffers from a strange illness. I got this memento at Alcatraz. I didn't get the badge. I got this memento from my trip to Italy. I got this souvenir. Does that make sense? All right, I'll do a couple more. Now, this one, I mean, I've had students argue about this one over the years. But anyway, like smoking jeopardizes your health, or smoking, in a way, it does kind of threaten your health. So, like, it's not threaten. Don't jeopardize your future. It's not like you're threatening your future. Don't jeopardize your future. Don't put your future in jeopardy, in danger, right? So that's a hard one to avoid B and get to C, I think. Don't jeopardize, your future. Don't endanger your future. That's a hard one. A fiasco is a total failure, right? You kind of thought of that yourself, maybe. That's a good word. We're also in the class, we're going to do a ton of flashcards. We're going to do a ton of flashcards. We're going to do a bunch of Quizlets. We're going to do maybe even some Kahoots. Whatever it is to work on our vocabulary. So the SSAT is a lot about, increasing your vocabulary. That's a big, big part of the course, okay? And anyway, the Colossus at Rhodes, like the biggest statue in the ancient world, it was colossal. It was huge, okay? So for more of this, head over to Mr. Dugan, MrDugan.net, and good luck on the SSAT, guys.